person, worshipable man, he is Krishna, he is actually God. Tam imamaham sarira bhajam hridhi hridhi sthitam atmakalpitanam gatirishamiva naikadhartamekam samadhigatosmi vidhutavedamoha. Now I can meditate with full concentration upon that one Lord Sri Krishna, now present before me, because now I have transcended the misconceptions of duality in regard to his presence in everyone's heart, even in the hearts of the mental speculators. He is in everyone's heart, and the sun may be perceived differently, but the sun is one. That means Vishmadev is saying, Vidhuta Veda Moha. The conception of duality is totally eradicated from my mind. And I know that you are the same Supreme Person. Prabhupada says, in his personal feature, Krishna is both Parthasarathi and Shyam Sundar or of Vrindavan. But in his impersonal feature, he is neither in the Brahmajyoti nor in Paramatma. Great Mahatmas like Bhishmadev realize all these different features of Lord Sri Krishna, and therefore they worship Lord Krishna, knowing him as the origin of all features. Krishna is origin of all. Sarva karma karma. So that is what Vishnudev has understood, and he is meditating upon that Krishna, who is a friend of Arjuna, and he is asking for his attachment to him. Thus, Krishna evam bhagavati mana bhagristi vrittibhi atma atmanamavishya svanta svasa upadana. So in this way, Krishna, after glorifying, Arjuna, Bhishmadev, after glorifying Krishna, he simply merged his consciousness into Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus became silent, and his breathing stopped. What happened? Next, Goswami is saying, Sampatyamanam ajnaya bhismam brahmani niskare sarve bahuvaste tusnim vayam shiva dinatyaye. Knowing that Vishmadev had merged into the unlimited eternity of the Supreme Absolute, all present there became silent like birds at the end of the day. So what do you understand from this? Knowing that Vishmadev had merged into the unlimited entity of the Supreme Absolute. So,
Related to the spiritual world, eternity.
Brahman.
Which is eternal.
It's written in Sanskrit, Brahman.
Brahmani niskare. So
it can refer to the whole spiritual world.
What is the spiritual world? Where did he go?
In the spiritual planet.
Where?
Because he was meditating on.
Prabhupada writing.
I don't know, but that's
43
Yeah.
it is written he merged himself in the super soul. 43 verse, if you see, it's written he merged himself in the super soul.
I just read this. Read this 44 verse purport, last paragraph.
Vishmadev, as a pure devotee of the Lord, entered the spiritual realm in one of the Vaikuntha planets, where the Lord, in his eternal form, are Partha-sarati predominates over the unconditioned living beings who are constantly engaged in the service of the
Okay,
Lord.
so where did he go?
Parthasarathi.
Where Parthasarathi is there, Parthasarathi Loka. Eternally he is there, Parthasarathi. Prabhupada is clearly saying. Eternal form of Parthasarathi.
It's a four-handed form,
Yeah.
like on the battlefield.
Arjun chariot driver Parthasarathi. Parthasarathi. He is a Sarathi here. Chariot driver. So what? Bhishmadev worships him in that way, no? That's why when Krishna came to see Bhishmadev, he drove Arjun's chariot because he knew his devotee would worship him in that way. Jayathamam prapadyante tam satavya bhajamyam. Huh?
He will accordingly your desire.
ध्यात उरुगाय विभाद वंति तत्व बपु प्रणय से सदनुग्रहाय जज ध्यात उरुगाय विभावयन्ति whatever form devotees meditate tat bapu pranaya se out of his own mercy, out of his the restriction of his own love, tat bapu sadanugrahaya, to favor his devotees he accepts those forms. What is the problem? This is Bhagavatam is saying. So he can,
That's a complicated topic.
That's a
Complicated topic.
why?
Because this verse that you say refers to the mercy that the Lord is dealing with the devotion of his devotees, taking the form accordingly. But in the same way we say that we have an eternal nature in the heart. We have an eternal form or eternal. So for me it's complicated to understand. Do we have an eternal form or do we have, or is Krishna dealing with us and adapt?
Yes.
You understand?
Yes.
Yes.
The form, eternal form will be revealed to the conditioned souls. Baddhaji, they don't have eternal form. It will be revealed to them. If you have an eternal Swarupa already, then how come you are here loitering in the Maya?
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense.
That means Maya is more powerful than eternal form.
Exactly.
That is external energy. And Swarupa is supposed to be part of internal potency. Swarupa Shakti. Under the protection of Swarupa Shakti. How can Maya Shakti influence Swarupa Shakti? Cannot.
I'm really thankful to you.
You see,
Clear.
clear. You see, there is another statement in Ujjwal Nilamani. सर्वथा ध्वंस रहित सत्यपि ध्वंस कारणे सर्वथा ध्वंस रहित सत्यपि ध्वंस कारणे. That is pure love. When pure love is attained, even if there is immense cause for breaking, but sarvatha dhamsa rahita, it remains always unbroken. When one has attained that state of unbroken love, how can it be broken? And you say, yeah, coming here means it is broken, that love is broken, then you are here. But that is against the statement of Ujjwal Nilamani. A conditioned soul, you are trying to come to that platform, that will be given to you, that's why. तड़ित सौदामिनी जथा काले प्रादुर्भूत काले तड़ित सौदामिनी जथा. These understandings has to be coordinated from the conclusive understanding of Bhagavatam, then you can know. Not that by seeing one statement you kind of draw a conclusion. You know better than me. You know so many scriptures already. So, continue. The law. Continue, complete the purport.
Sorry. Bhishmadev, the love and affection which bind the Lord and devotees and the devotee are exhibited in the case of Bhishmadev. Bhishmadev never forgot the Lord in his transcendental feature as Parthasarathi, and the Lord was present personally before Bhishmadev while he was passing to the transcendental world. That is the highest perfection of life.
You remember I said he came as Parthasarathi to give him darshan? Prabhupada is saying here. Understood?
There is a deity installed by Prabhupada called Radha Parthasarathi, isn't it? What kind of link he has with it?
Radha?
Radha Parthasarathi. Does he has a link with this? Is this in Goloka as well?
Radha Parthasarathi? Where Parthasarathi is in Dwaraka. See, Parthasarathi is there. The Mahesh is in Dwaraka are expansions of Srimati Radharani. That is how you understand. Then Tatra Dundubhayorne Gurudeva Manavavadita Sasangshu Sadhava Rajñam Kshatvetu Pushpavishte. Thereafter both men and demigods sounded drums in honor, and honest royal order commenced demonstrations of honor and respect, and from the sky fell showers of flowers. So in that way, after Bhishmadev left his body, everybody, they are very joyful because he has gone back to the spiritual world. So the demigods, they sounded their drums and the flowers fell from the sky. Tasya nirharanadini samparetasya bhargava yudhishthira karayitva muhurtam dukkito bhavat. Then after that, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he performed the final ritual for Bhishmadev, and he was overtaken with grief for some time. The funeral ceremony was a necessary duty, although Bhishmadev was a liberated soul. Since Bhishmadev was without issue, the eldest grandson, namely Maharaj Yudhishthira, was the rightful person to perform this ceremony. It was a great boon to Bhishmadev that an equally great son of the family undertook the last rites of a great man. Okay? After performing the rituals, then all the great sages then glorified Lord Sri Krishna, who was present there by confidential Vedic hints. Then all of them returned to their respective hermitages, bearing always Lord Krishna within their hearts. Thereafter, Maharaj Yudhishthira at once went to the capital Hastinapur, accompanied by Lord Sri Krishna, and there he consoled his uncle and aunt Gandhari, who was an ascetic. Then, after this, the great religious King Maharaj Yudhishthira executed the royal power in the kingdom strictly according to the orders and royal principles approved by his uncle and confirmed by Lord Sri Krishna. So this is how, after Bhishmadev's departure, Yudhishthira Maharaj, he performed the last rite for him, went back to Hastinapur, he took care of uncle and auntie, then under Krishna's direction started to rule the country. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purports of the first canto, 9th chapter of the Bhishma Srimad Bhagavatam, entitled The Passing Away of Bhishma Dev in the Presence of Lord Krishna. So, thank you very much. Do you learn anything from this section?
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Basically, there was a point that I missed in the 35th shloka, but I didn't want to interrupt you. It was the part where it mentioned, it is said that all the fighters assembled on the, actually no,
Kata Kata Swarupam.
yeah, this part where it says the Lord diminished the duration of life of the opposite party by his merciful glance.
Yeah.
It said that all of the fighters who assembled on the battlefield of Kurukshetra attained salvation by personally seeing the Lord at the time of death. Therefore, his diminishing the duration of life of Arjuna's enemy does not mean that he was partial to the cause of Arjuna. Factually, he was merciful to the opposite party because they would not have attained salvation by dying at home in the ordinary course of life. Here was a chance to see the Lord at the time of death and thus attain salvation from material life.
What's the question?
So, basically, does this mean that for them, it was better that he had, by glancing at them, it was better for them to have a reduction in their life, because by them passing away in front of Krishna, they would have been liberated at the time.
They were liberated.
Right.
Because they passed away before Krishna.
So this is the point. So it was better for them to pass away in front of Krishna than it would have been them living an ordinary life, right?
Yeah.
That's the point, basically.
Yeah, but Krishna is not partial, he is merciful to all, that's the point.
So he's merciful to all.
Both the parties, yes.
Okay. So even though they were Arjuna's enemies, they still received salvation because they died in front of Krishna, basically.
Did you learn anything in this section? What did you learn?
And you learn we can play the role of an enemy and still please Krishna.
That's another funny, that's the same thing that I learned as well. I didn't say it.
I find this point really, and I learned that you can throw arrows of love to Krishna.
Yeah.
And blood will be ornaments.
The Kshatriya spirit.
That's incredible.
And I have a point to elaborate on that. The extent to which the spiritual body is allowing them to relish a transcendental rasa between them.
What about Kunti's prayer?
But this is added like another deeper dimension to having a rasa through a spiritual body, isn't it?
Did you learn anything from Kunti's prayer?
Well, that was the epitome of the question that you gave us for the essay.
So
Yeah.
Well, no?
Yeah.
Concerning the essay, this one, can we do 1,003 plus words? Because I did 1,300
What, you?
for the OBA.
OBA.
Queen Kunti teaching. I did 1,300 verse.
Oh, 100-300 words.
Should I cut?
If you can cut better, if you cannot, then we will accept it.
Basically, I think Aniruddha Prabhu said we can do 1,200.
1200. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, that's good.
But I think he said no more than that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, I understand. You should see that See, you should write, otherwise what happens, you cannot express yourself. If it is so short, you can't express. And it's a very important section. That's why I don't want to restrict. You can write, no problem. So you have completed, huh?
Manifold.
Okay, that means now you need to sit one time to just to coordinate everything, to edit it. Yeah, see, who else has completed? Done?
But the mistake I made was I already reduced it by a number of words, and I think some of the points are removed. But then he came today saying that you could add more words. So
Okay.
I had to just do that.
Yeah. But you like it, writing, while writing it, you enjoyed writing this essay?
Yeah. Because while I was writing it, I'm learning as well, isn't it? It's like a form of revision.
You also?
Yeah, I find it, you must understand the structure of the chapter. Otherwise you cannot render the essay. But that obliges you to remember all the points and so on. If there is no essay, there is no obligation to really memorize all the details of the chapter. So that's the better part of the study.
Yeah. That is why we have formulated the question like this. That will force you to meditate on the subject. Otherwise you can write this answer. Deep meditation is required. Anandullah, you have not written, right?
What's that?
The essay you haven't written yet.
Already want to keep typing to.
Already?
I already
Oh.
done yesterday.
You? Done.
No, he's painting. I've drafted it.
Okay. Mataji?
Drafted it, I will clean it.
I am very happy then. That's what I was saying. In my unit, I want to ensure that my students are done with the essay by the end of the unit, so that you are not carrying the burden. Otherwise, what happens now? If it is not clear, then you have to drag on. The next unit starts. Then again, you are kind of behind. Pending essay is not good. Then I am happy. I have achieved my objective.
Just a question regarding to the chapter. I was surprised when I read that those killed in the battlefield reach a transcendental form. Because when you read the Mahabharata, they reach Svargaloka. So, and when you generally hear the devotees, you understand that they are liberated, but not on the platform of having a spiritual body. So I was finding myself confused. Because as well, when Krishna killed Shishupal, he killed the demon in Vrindavan, which is supposed to be more merciful. He gave them liberation. So is Kurukshetra more potent or is Parthasarathi more merciful?
I have a doubt regarding this question. Is that everybody is dying in a birth? 640 million of people die in a way. Back to got it by seeing Krishna. Some of them is a desire, like enemy of Krishna. It's a just magic boy. It's for some magicians. They're thinking they cannot go. According to our desire, we'll go to attend the certain department. Krishna says in the Gita also. But not everybody is concept is Krishna is a Supreme Lord. Somebody thinking is only the magic person, he has some mystery power only. Then he cannot go back. They will go back to heavenly planet by ordered by the king. They are fighting in a country. They will go back to God. Even Krishna telling in Bhagavad Gita, some they can go back and fight nearly for the king, heavenly planet. Is it? What are you? I'm just asking.
Tricky question.
सिद्धा लोकस्तु तमसो पारिजत्र वसन्तिः सिद्धा ब्रह्म सुखे मग्ना दैत्याश्च हरिणा हता. If some are daityas, they are killed by the Lord. Where they are going? Siddha lok.
Siddhaloka.
This verse says, Siddha lokosthu tamasa pare jatra vasanti siddha brahma sukhe magna, and who are daityascha harinahata, the demons who were killed by the Lord. So that's also another type of mukti, liberation. But that mukti we don't want. That may be given to the enemies. Okay. See, there are different destinations. Different people attain. This, you are saying Assam, they went to heavenly planet. Actually, when these Pandavas, Mahabharata says, no, said they went to heaven. They actually, when Pandavas, they came from the spiritual world, some entities from the heavenly planet, they entered into their body. After they left, the part which came from heaven, they went to heavenly planet, but actually the Pandavas who came from the spiritual world, they went back to spiritual world. This is the understanding.
Can you say that again for me?
When the Pandavas, they came from the spiritual world, some individuals from the heaven, they also joined with them in this body, same body.
They came with them.
They joined in the same body. Then when they were leaving, so the personality who came from the heaven, they went to the heaven. And the persons who came from the spiritual world, they went to the spiritual world. Sometimes in one body there can be two entities.
Is that for only people that have come from the spiritual? Does that apply to only people that have come from the spiritual?
Any people come from the spiritual world.
Does that only apply to people that have come from the spiritual? Or can that apply to anybody?
Mostly spiritual world. Possible to love. But again, no, even for Brahma also, like we see, in Brahma came as Haridas Thakur. No, Prahlad Maharaj was also kind of, partly there in his body. Sometimes it happens to be kind of, very highly elevated persons in this world also. In case of Brahma, it happened 2 persons. Haridas Thakur, Brahma and Prahlad Maharaj. 2 personalities were there in his body.
There are 2 personalities in their body.
In Brahma body. In Haridas Thakur's body.
Like Ramananda Rai also 2 bodies. Ramananda Rai. He also like they say Visakha and Arjuna. That's why Mahaprabhu listen again with the Bhagavad Gita.
So like that. Anyway, those things. Was it helpful, the study of Kunti prayer and Vishnu Stuti with us?
Very nice understanding.
You got something, Anandul Prabhu?
Realize that Kunti Devi prays, we must be do a sincere devotion service. And Bhismati, what kind of desire we have in form, attend that form. That is a clear thing.
Okay, we have tried our level best till this section. Thank you very much. Continue with your 4th unit next. Okay? Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Shri Radha Madhava ki jai. Gaur Premanande.
This is Padmanayan Prabhu ki.
This is the last